So the V3 changes are out, and all I gotta say is that it's a sad day for Phainon mains. Practically every character in the beta right now got a buff. I mean, Phainon did get a buff, but he needs a buff like the most out of all the characters, him along with Jingliu. But Jingliu got like a very massive buff, and Phainon got practically nothing. So yeah, this video is mainly to focus on Jingliu, but let's just run through the buffs that they gave all the characters. Silverwolf and just Kafka. They didn't really change. I think this was the tier that I put them in before. Kafka did get her dot buff changed to an attack buff. Now, I'm not a dot main. I don't know how good or bad this is, but apparently dot damage does scale off of attack, so it isn't too bad. Blade did actually get a buff to his damage. Now one of his traces that healed him before actually just increases his damage based on the tally of the HP he loses instead of the useless healing trace that he had before. So that's also really good, but apart from that, he didn't really get any changes. Archer, oh my freaking god, Archer got some really insane buffs right now. They increased the skill points that he gives the team from 1 to 2, which really helps him out. If you had Sparkle before, you were chilling, but now like you're really comfortable. And if you don't have Sparkle, it's still gonna be pretty good because now he increases the team's skill points to like 7, I think, yeah, and Sparkle increases it to 9. So if you don't have Sparkle, you're still chilling, you're still okay. It's more comfortable. They did nerf his multipliers, but the amount of buffs that they gave him, like they literally gave him a double crit damage buff, which is just insane. They doubled the crit damage that one of his traces gave before, and so that's really insane. Saber also did get okay, I'm just gonna put her over here. Saber also did get a very decent change, although they did nerf the amount of energy that she gains from her core resonance. I personally don't feel like it's too bad of a change if you have Sunday, because most of the times it would actually just overcap and you would have an overflow of energy that you're getting from the core resonance. And then the trade-off for that, she actually got a ton of really good buffs to her base kit. Her Eidolons got buffed a little bit, but honestly speaking, I'd say it's a really good trade-off. She's consistent, she does a ton of good damage, her kit is really good, and it's just better overall in this version 3. Now Hyacine is already released, so yeah, there's really no changes there. I still don't feel like I should put her in S tier. I don't know, even I'm considering pulling her right now, but yeah, if you just have 2 sustains, I still feel like she's not that necessary, and she also just needs her S1 too. She really wants her S1. Cypher is gonna be going back over here, and now Phainon. His base kit didn't really get any changes, but what they did is that they increased the amount of stacks for his enhanced skill resources when he's in his ultimate, which doesn't do much most of the time. Like, it'll be better if they increase it to something like 8, but instead it's 7. The best thing that they did do for him at base is give him 1 starting core flame, and I feel like this is kind of like a lore-wise thing, you know, him having the world bearing core flame and stuff like that. Despite it being just 1, it does quite change his team composition. Now you don't need to run somebody like Tingyun, you can actually just run buffers like Cypher or Tribi instead, and you'd still be able to get your ultimate up. His Eidolons, it's not really good because he's a character whose kit has a very low ceiling. His Eidolons are not something that they should be nerfing. They should be buffing them, if anything. His Eidolons are what he has to compensate for his kit being really restrictive, but they're nerfing them on top of that, so I don't really know what to expect anymore with Phainon. His E1 does make him cracked at Pure Fiction right now, but it doesn't do anything for MOC or APOC, so it's okay-ish, I guess. I'm depending on V4 specifically. Some people might be depending on V4 and V5. I don't think I've seen any recent characters that have gotten like really good and sizable changes in V5. If it doesn't end up being good, then pulling Hyacine might actually become an option, because if you guys didn't know, I have actually been saving for Phainon for several patches now, and I have a ton of pity along with these pulls. So I feel like it might not be too bad of an idea to risk some of that pity and try to get an E0S1 Hyacine. Because even if I do that, at least if I win, I feel like I would still be able to get an E2 Phainon. And Saber isn't, like top priority right now if the Fate collab is gonna last several patches. That being said, for now, Phainon is gonna have to move down, and I'm gonna put him below Saber. He needs some really decent buffs right now. Finally, Jingliu, and I'm gonna still put Jingliu below Blade. Jingliu got a trace that is really insane for her. So now, each time allies in the team lose HP 20 times, she gains 1 stack of CCG, and she starts with 4 now. This change with Jingliu alone at E0S1, it's pretty good. Each time Jingliu does a skill, she's gonna be getting 3 stacks from this because she consumes everyone's HP apart from herself. So with let's say 5 stacks, because you're starting with 4, and maybe along the way you get an ultimate and that gives you the 5th stack, so you have 5 enhanced skills. That's gonna be around 15 stacks. So I'm not too sure if I'm correct about this, but I don't think it's not really that good for Jingliu alone. But at the same time, you would still be able to benefit from it because enemy attacks also do count for it. Like if you get AoE attacked by the swarm or something, it's also still going to count to that, and she's going to get the extra stack. But now Jingliu actually works insanely with Hyacine. Before, it was just Castorice, Day, and Blade. All of them actually got, value from having their HP drained. Castorice charges her dragon and she doesn't consume skill points because of it. Day charges his enhanced skill, and Blade also, he has the tally and he has his follow-up to benefits from him losing HP. Jingliu was like the only one out of all of them that didn't get anything from losing HP. It was kind of more like a gimmick with her lore and stuff, her being dangerous, But now she actually really does benefit from her taking her allies' HP. And because of the change, the increase from 3 to 4 stacks, and because of how Hyacine's S1 works, now it is possible to have permanent uptime on Jingliu's enhanced state if you have Hyacine's S1. And the good thing about it is that Hyacine is Remembrance, so you don't need to pull for Hyacine to use it. You can actually just pull for the Lycon itself and slap it on your Remembrance Trailblazer or something, and it's gonna work perfectly. Now, with all this, I'm still gonna put her here because, honestly speaking, she could go above or below Blade, but I'm just gonna put her below Blade for now because the thing is, even with this change, her damage is still quite lacking. So either they're gonna have to, do something with her multipliers and increase them, or, have one last change to her kit or something that nobody saw coming. That's gonna put her somewhere around here or something. That would be really insane to see. But right now, the change is definitely good. It's definitely welcome. It's an insane change, but she needs the damage to actually complement it and go along with it. So if I'm not being biased towards Blade or something, I think I'd probably put her here. You still need quite a lot to make this permanent uptime work. If they complement it with another kit change or a multiplier buff, then I feel like Jingliu could easily just go up here. Those are my thoughts for the V3 of this beta. Phainon really needs something to help him right now. If not, he's not gonna be looking good when he releases. Okay, you know what? To make the tier list look a little bit better, I'm just gonna add another row. And I think this is where the placements are gonna be for now. Cypher is definitely still above Jingliu right now, but as I said, if they just do one more push and just buffer a little bit more, a substantial buff, I feel like she could easily come over here, especially for people that already have her E0S1. They could just pull for Tribi E1 or something and Hyacine, and your Jingliu is gonna be really good because they fixed one of her major issues, which is her uptime. And so yeah, that's really good. But for now, I'd still just put her over here. So yeah, do make sure to tell me what you think about the V3 changes. Jingliu and Archer are probably like the biggest winners out of it. And I'm just really happy that Silverwolf, Silverwolf not getting any changes isn't even a bad thing. She just needs to survive right now. We need her to survive the beta right now. Because if she does, then she's just perfect the way she is. And if she makes it into live like the way she is right now, then maybe she could probably be here for me or something like that, because she's just really good all around. And so yeah, just do make sure to tell me what you think about the V3 changes overall, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.